Y'all, I swear, y'all don't be watching my videos in its entirety. But please, y'all, watch this part, okay? Just watch this part. Hey you guys, it's China in Town here, and we're back with a new episode of You Know What It Is, Tailor Tales. So y'all see my outfit? I just got it. I just redid her outfit because I completely forgot. Like, I told myself after the last episode I was gonna change her outfit, but I never did. And then I came on and I was like, why does she still have this dress on? So I changed the outfit real quick. But ain't she cute? I think she popping. She cute. So pretty much we left off, this is pretty much 2 episodes ago. We went to the masquerade ball. We saw, Niel, he tried to be somebody he wasn't and try to finesse us, catfish us basically into kissing him, and we did. And we slapped the mess out of him for it. And then last episode, we kind of ran into him a couple times, and then apparently, like, his cousin was supposedly in France somewhere, and she was like, Neil's in the hospital, go see how he's doing. So we went to go see how he was doing, and he was looking at us like we're crazy, and then we looked at him like he's crazy. And so pretty much we're still kind of not really, I mean, I don't feel him from the get-go, that's just me, but there's still a lot of hostility with our character and Neil. So we're gonna continue, and depending on how quick these chapters are, we might just get both chapters in, but if we can't, we're probably just going to do chapter 15, because guess what we have to do again? A client request. You guys, every time we have a client request, it takes me forever to get it done. So hopefully this one's a little bit more simple. So you must complete the client's request to proceed to the next chapter. Okay, I'll do it. I guess we have to get to the next chapter, but at least we don't have to pay. That's the good part about it. We don't have to pay. But Mother's Day is tomorrow, so happy day to all the mamas. Even if you got a little cat or a dog at home, you want mama. You know you want mama. You feed that cat just like any other baby. That's your baby. Happy Mother's Day. So we're going to get into this. We're going to do the client request. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. Hopefully we don't have to keep buying a whole bunch of stuff, because that's what we had to do for our dress. And I was just like, one thing after another. I kept getting stuck. I was getting so frustrated. What is that? I know I have the color, but I don't think I have that pattern. So let's see. I think I have the color. I think I have both colors, but I don't have that pattern. So let's see. Let's try to make an attempt. Go to the shop and get that pattern. Looks like somebody just threw up on her dress. Why would you want that design? Let me see. Where did we go? Patterns. Here we go. You look like somebody just walked up and was like, all on her dress. That's something you wear around the house. You don't go outside with that. Let's see if I can find it. What is that? That's glitter. That was not glitter. Grunge. That maybe be it. That's not glitter. I think it's this one. So we'll buy that one. Let's go. And hopefully we have the right color for everything. And shoot. Let me see. No. Because I think we also needed to get... Oh, man, I'm not going to have enough money, probably. We might need a new top, too. Because it looked like it was like a little V-neck thing. I don't think we have that. Yeah, we don't have that. And I think it's the one for $3,000 or the $250. I got to look one more time. Okay, I'm going to look again, guys, okay? See, we keep doing this every single time. But I hope everyone's having a good day so far. I'm having a good one. I've been chilling all day. Today was my day off of work. And I'm just relaxing. I was playing Sims 4 today. And, been trying to get the host clip challenge part to work. And it's still not loading how it should. And it's just frustrating. Okay, so we just need that shirt. So let's do some clients real quick. I'm going to fast forward this or probably crop it out. Let's see. I don't want to do any of these. No. There we go. You guys are probably like, you're like the laziest designer I've ever seen. I'm just like, I know. Like, who would wear that outside? No one's gonna wear that outside. Would you wear that outside? Leave it in the comment, please. You're not gonna wear that outside. You can look crazy. You're looking like Ronald McDonald. That dress kind of looks like a girl, Sailor Moon type, like that skirt. I like that. That's cute. It reminds me of Sailor Moon. I used to love that show as a kid. I mean, even till today, I mean, like, shoot, every now and again I'll watch videos of it just for good old times. But that was my show. I don't even think I have. Do I have this color? I don't have this color. Oh, well, I said I was gonna cut this out, but I mean, I'm just rambling on, so I may as well just keep this. You just hear my mouth. But I will leave a time skip, a time jump. So if you want to skip all this, some of this will be skipped, mind you. But if you really wanted to skip just all of this and just get to the story, I will leave it somewhere in the. I will leave it like right here in this part of the video, because you just need that long V neck. I wouldn't even wear that. I mean, that's cute. That would look good. But I don't know. I'm not really one for V-necks. Did we pass it? I think we passed it. Let me see, because it was long. Let's see. Because it's got to be in this section. Unless it's like a, here we go again. Wait. No, don't buy that. Maybe it's this one. So we're going to buy that for $3,000. Nothing else looks like what we really need, so let's go. Because we have the colors, we have the whatever, so this better be right, I swear. Yes. This is like a brown. Yep, that's the color. Hold on. Okay, we're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. Yes, we did it. This is the quickest challenge we did so far. That's the quickest one. The quickest request. Okay, my laptop's dying. That's great. Didn't this happen last time too? Oh my goodness. But speaking of computers, technology, I am getting my new computer sometime this week, so expect great things to come about of that, because I definitely will. You guys haven't even gotten back to me about Sims 4 and the host. I mean, not the host club challenge, but just what we're gonna do for our next Sims 4 challenge. And you know, I finally get to do a face reveal. It's gonna be nice, okay? So I know you guys are not gonna. You guys don't want to hear me blabble on all day, all night. So we're just gonna get into chapter 15. A few weeks have passed since I last saw Neil at the hospital. It's already December by now. Angela's dress is finished, or well, still needs to do her final fitting so I can make adjustments. But other than that, her raunchy dress is just about completed. Just in time as well. Her party's next week. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that too. She wanted to dress for a Christmas party, and she wanted to look ratchet as hell. So, the shop is quiet for today, but I'm rushing in and out of the workroom to add in the last minute details on the dress, or cut away any loose threads. Staying busy is the only way to prevent myself from thinking about anything else. Things like, oh girl, I understand. I'm always like that. The bell rings and I look up. That must be Angela coming over to pick up her dress. Except the person in front of me isn't Angela. I'm done. I'm going home. We're quitting this game. He just popped up in my shop. I'm getting a You know what? She needs to just get a restraining order. If you don't like him, if you don't want to see him, get a restraining order, okay? It's Neil. He looks bashful and out of place in my store, fidgeting on the spot and refuses to meet my eyes. My breath is caught in my throat. I don't even greet him. It's like time slows down to a miserable crawl, and every second is like an eon that simply highlights the fact that neither of us are speaking. The silence is deafening. Why is he here? See, he be having a whole attitude. How do you walk into a building and you just looking scared and nervous and then have an attitude? He doesn't make any sense. Neil finally clears his throat. Angela sent me in instead to pick up her dress. I lower my eyebrows at him. I need her here personally for any final alterations. I expected as much, Neil says with a small sigh. You just wanted to come in here. No. I am quick to show him the door then. So I'm sorry, but Angela needs to come over herself. Good day. Ooh, you tell him. Get him out or shot before I call the cops. Neil's eyes suddenly widen. Wait, he exclaims. I look at him, waiting for him to say something. Anything, really. Yet on the other hand, I don't want him to say another word either, because I'm scared of what he has to say. I'm nervous and anxious and still really mad at him. Look, I just wanted to say, Neil's speech is clumsy, which is very unlike him. It really is, because he be having a whole attitude. Thank you for checking up on me a few weeks ago. I slowly nod my head at him. Don't mention it, I say. No, really, don't mention it. I've been trying to forget ever since. Yeah, that was a waste of time. I was like, really? Neil nods his head at me as well. This time, his expression back to being serious. The Neil I know. He turns around and starts to walk away. I let out a jittery breath of relief. No, that's not what I wanted to say. And then why do y'all zoom in on his face? I don't know. I like his black hair as preferred to his purple hair. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment. Black hair on Neil or purple hair? Neil turns around once more to approach me. He takes a huge breath and awkwardly fixes his tie. His lips part, but no words come out. I stare at him some longer, wondering what he has to say. Or what he's gonna do. He's trying to hold in a fart or let a fart out. Get out our store. Yeah, he looks like he's about to fart or pass out. I can't. But with each passing second, I can see Neil is starting to break out into a sweat. His cheeks are turning a rosy color. If it had been any other time, I might have revealed in the fact that I'm making Neil feel out of his element. Even my cat is like in suspense of what's going to happen next. Ren, stop running. But right now, I've got no leg to stand on. I'm feeling uncomfortable as well. That night, why did you... No, wait, was he the one that asked her or was that us? Let me look at this. Hold on. What's the thing he at? What's the thing? Oh, he asked that. Okay. The night, why did you... Or maybe that's us asking. I don't know. Let him finish. Wait, I want to know what he... Yeah, I kind of... Why did you pretend to be someone else? Let him finish. Let him finish. I want to know what he got to say. Neil pauses and I stare at him, waiting for him to continue what he has to say. The anticipation's hard to swallow. How come you didn't recognize me? Really? Neil gives me this conflicted look. I look down at my hands with my cheeks turning slightly pink from embarrassment. I mistook you for someone else for you. He had the same hair color as you. He even rudely bumped into me. Your voice was different as well. Neil blinks at me, then looks away again. He runs his fingers through his black hair, like he doesn't know how to respond. Every year, they hold the masquerade ball in my father's honor. Angela and I have always attended since we were little, Neil finally says. We try various things to look different from normal, turning it into a bet of who could spot the other first. This year, I changed my hair color, even though it didn't matter as Angela found me relatively fast. So, you planned this, I say slowly, taking in the information. I don't know, that sounds like a lie. No, he immediately replies. He winces at his own words. I mean, yes, in a way. I plan to make myself look unrecognizable. But that doesn't explain why you went along with it. Why? Neil, why did you continue to fool me into thinking you were someone else? Your voice, it was different as well. Deeper. Oh, get him an Oscar. Hold up. Neil stays quiet, looking pensively at the floor, refusing to answer. I can feel my emotions bubbling towards the surface. Do you really hate me that much? Neil looks at me in shock. No, I don't, he says softly. His cheeks are suddenly colored with a deep shade of red. Don't hate you. And why do they always make him walk away like that? Y'all wrong. And then in the most uncharacteristically way possible, he bolts for the exit. Y'all, I can read, I swear. Don't be trying to talk mess and talk about she can't read, stuttering all day. You know what? No, forget you. The next day, after Neil's spectacular escape, Angela comes by the boutique personally. He is weird. Darling, she greets me with a large smile. Welcome, I greet her. How was Italy? Marvelous, just a divine, sweet little country. Although, if I see some pizza one more time, I think I might barf. Angela scrunches up her nose. I laugh a little. Then I gesture towards my workshop. I need you to come with me to the back to fit the dress. I can't wait to see what you've cooked up. Last time I saw the dress, it was still inside out. Angela walks with me to the back, where I have her golden dress waiting for her. She's squealing in awe, unable to contain her excitement at seeing the finished dress. She tries it on, and I make a quick few alterations as needed, so that it fits her perfectly. It's raunchy and daring, and that's exactly why Angela likes it. Forget about wanting to draw the attention of the man I've got my eye on. That night, everyone's eye will be on me, Angela says gleefully. Even the ladies will be checking me out, she winks at herself. You did well, Pooper. I almost wish I could have taken you with me to the party, but you know, I've already got my +1. He's going to adore this or downright worship me. I hope you'll have fun at your Christmas party, I say with a small smile. Get out of our store. Angela looks at me after stuffing the dress inside of a large box. You look a little sad. Are you feeling a bit under the weather? I shake my head. No, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Tell you what, sweetheart, come over for dinner at my place tonight. You absolutely have to. Food will be ready at 6. See you then. So we can see Neil again and cuss him out again? Or almost cuss him out? I'll think on it. But she is offering us free food, so why would, you don't want to turn that down. She then grabs a large box I prepared for her and struts away with a smile. I'll have a very nicely written check for you to pick up tonight. Ooh, girl, go get that check too. Angela leaves my store with her dress in tow. Well, I guess eating at dinner at Angela's apartment isn't such a bad idea. Well, if Neil's gonna be there, then you might, But I'm like, girl, if you got food in a check, don't even worry about him. I'm like, forget Neil. You're making money and food. Bye. Okay, so that was chapter 15 of Tailor Tales, Neil's Route. So that's. What do you guys think of that chapter? I thought that was. That was very short to the point, of course. I'm just like, Neil still annoys the mess out of me, and the way he walked out though, I'm like, really? Like, why did it make it seem like he was like tap dancing out the room or something? That was weird. But anyway, we're gonna just do chapter 16. Hopefully, chapter 16 is not too long, but we're gonna do it anyway. And aren't you guys? I'm definitely trying to challenge myself, and because right now I'm out of school. And I'm only really working, so in my spare time, I have a lot more spare time in general. So I'm definitely trying to dedicate more time into doing my YouTube channel and, building stuff up because it's been pretty stagnant for this past month. I'm like, man, I feel so disappointed and down about it, but I know with time it gets better. And I am working on being more consistent, so just please work with me, and I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you're really enjoying this video or my other videos, please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you've been watching my videos, what are you doing? Just subscribe. You won't even have to worry about it. Just subscribe. Yes, these chapters be so cheap. Later in the evening, I get dropped off by a taxi at Angela's apartment. I make my way up to the building once I've arrived and ring the doorbell. Angela greets me at the door holding a glass of wine in her hand. Hello, I greet her. You've made it. And early, too. Come in. As I enter her apartment, Angela gives me an approving look. Lovely outfit, just right for the occasion. I know I can always count on your impeccable fashion taste. Oh, the check's on the dining table. Go get it while I finish wrapping up dinner. I'm feeling a bit nervous as I walk towards the already set up dining table to retrieve the envelope with the check. And that's also when I notice there aren't just 2 plates set up, there's 3. Of course, girl, you know it's a trap. You better run out of there. Get a to-go plate, get that check, and go. Angela, is someone else dining with us? I ask her as I grab the envelope. Of course, I hear Angela yell from the kitchen. Hopefully it's her man that she's talking about, that she bought that dress for. I open the envelope and take out the check. My eyes widen at the amount written on it. Wow, this is way more than my usual rate. Good evening. I spin around, startled at someone else's voice right behind me. Oh my God, no. Neil, I exclaimed. Neil's behind me, looking a bit out of place, sitting on the couch, looking like he had no idea I'd be coming as well. I grind my teeth. She set this up, didn't she? Duh. Man, Pooper is really... She kind of, her light bulb be kind of flickering on and off sometimes. I'm like, girl, you saw that coming. Everyone saw that coming. Good evening, I replied hesitantly. Last time I saw Neil, he bolted right out of my store after saying he didn't hate me. I'm not quite sure where we stand right now, but all I know is that this is awkward as hell. Dinner's almost ready, Angela yells. Would you like to sit down? Neil asks, and he gestures towards the dining table. I'm a bit wary of this very polite Neil, but I nod my head anyways. Neil walks past me. His cologne lingers behind, and it's making me feel a bit lightheaded. He sprayed too much. And he pulls out one of the chairs for me. This is weird. I take a seat anyway, and I'm feeling very self-conscious all of a sudden. What's the deal? Oh, girl, that was the cologne. He put some pheromones in that cologne. Trying to make y'all hot and sweaty. I love Neil, said no one. Neil takes a seat as well, at the opposite end of the dining table. Now I feel like I'm forced to look at him, which is something I really don't want to do. The more I'm around Neil, the more I start to feel confused, and the flashbacks of the masquerade plague my mind. Things like kissing Neil. Ugh. I look down at my napkin, feeling heat rush to my cheeks. Why does Neil have to be here? Luckily, Angela barges back into the room, carrying a large pot with her. I welcome the distraction, considering my mind was going places I didn't want it to go. Angela's quick to set up the food, and it really does smell good. We all dig in. I'd like to say that dinner went well, but unfortunately, it didn't really. I was only half paying attention, listening to Angela talk about her time in Italy, and noticed her glasses of wine multiplied. Very soon, she's drunk and starts to slur her words, giggling whenever she recalls something funny. Neil hasn't said a word the entire time. Yeah, but they were just looking at her like, girl, stop. You should have seen him. He was such a wimp. Then again, he still is, says Angela. I'm barely paying attention, looking at my plate of food. Who? I ask. Nellie, of course. Neil finally makes his presence known and he sighs in response. Angela, you're drunk. Please don't embarrass me any further. We called him Nellie back then. Oh, we called him Nellie back then. And by we, I mean me, she says, sounding very proud. Nellie was always afraid of standing up to his parents, the silly little boy. So I told him, your really cool aunt will beat them up for you. You can't possibly embarrass me any further than this. Please stop talking. And did you? I asked. Okay. And did you? I asked, ignoring Neil. No, of course not. I was like 14 years old. Instead, I convinced Nellie to run away. It was actually quite funny. They had cops looking for him all over the place. Oh boy, were his parents mad when they found Nellie. Suddenly, my interest is piqued. Angela's talking about the time Neil ran away when he was young, isn't she? That time when I found him at the playground. I still glance at Neil and can see he's trying to hide his face behind his hand, covering his rosy cheeks. If it weren't such an awkward situation, I'd call it adorable. So, I asked Nellie, where'd you go, right? And then he tells me how a hero found him. A hero? Like Superman. I'm not sure. The details are a bit fuzzy. Neil sinks into his chair even further, his hand now covering his entire face. He about to slap the mess out of her. Look at his face. Look at him. He wouldn't shut up about it. How a hero, like in one of his favorite comics, came to save him. And they both ran away from the police. I actually quite jealous because I used to be the one Nellie looked up to. You know, the cool one. But I guess boys grow up. I lean in a bit closer. So, this hero that you mentioned, do you know who it is?
Aww.
Angela throws her hands in the air. Beats me. All Nellie would say was that he was some really cool boy. Way cooler than me. You were such a little shit back then. She directed this last part towards Neil. Honestly, though, it sounded like he had a crush on him. Was he your childhood love, Nellie? Why is his face so red? Jeez, redder than her shirt. Nellie's face scrunches up and turns bright red. Angela, that's enough. Well, that's a turn of events. Oh, shoot. Is that true? I asked of Neil. Of course not, he barks at me. Don't confuse adoration with infatuation. I feel myself blush. He adored me? But I guess his parents got super mad at him because Nellie hasn't run off since. Where's your hero now, huh? Angela scoffs. She finally gets up from the table. I'm getting some more wine. You want some? No, I'm good, I respond. Angela wobbles away towards the kitchen. The sound of glass clinging and doors opening can be heard loudly, and I briefly wonder if Angela has tripped and fallen down. Tease him about being a hero. I didn't know you looked up to me so much. Oh, we about to be fierce with this mess. Look over at Neil instead. I can't contain the grin on my face. So, a hero, Not another word, Neil hisses. Must have been a really cool person from the sound of it, I mock him. I told you, zip your lips. Is that why you said I ruined your memories? I asked, looking curiously at him, because it wasn't a hero, but a heroine? Heroine. I don't know. It doesn't matter now. Neil looks away while crossing his arms across his chest. I guess not, I bite my lip, but clearly it bothered you. Before we can even continue our conversation, Angela's back with another wine glass, eagerly sharing some more of Nellie's memories, all while Neil still stays quiet. I crack a smile every now and then. Their relationship is actually quite lovely with the amount of times Angela has stuck up for Neil. Time ticks by fast, and before I know it, it's getting close to midnight, and Angela's passed out on the couch. I end up cleaning the dining table, gathering all the dishes, and walk into the kitchen. Neil helps me out without saying a word. After we finish, I finally break the silence. Should we leave her like that? She'll be okay. She had worse. I'll carry her to bed. I wonder just how many nights Neil has experienced just like this one. Well then, I guess I'll be heading home. Neil picks up Angela from the couch, who groans in response, but is otherwise fast asleep. He carries her over to the bedroom, and I patiently await his return. Are you expecting him to drive you home? You know what? I turn off the lights. Should I walk you home? Neil asks when he's back. My first instinct is to say no, but in the dark, close to Neil like this, I can feel myself wanting to stay around him for a little while longer. Sure, I say. Aww, this is kind of getting cute now. Hold up. We leave the apartment together. Snow's falling quietly all around us. There's not a single other person in sight, but that makes sense seeing as it's past midnight. Neil opens up an umbrella and walks next to me to shield us from the snow. He's so close to me, but it's not awkward at all. Are your hands all right? Neil asks me. Oh my God, not again. I look at my red hands and stuff them inside the pockets of my coat. I'm fine. I can withstand a little snow. We're quiet for a while, both walking silently on the sidewalk. I know where I live is quite far, and a taxi would have been much easier, but I guess I didn't want to leave Neil just yet. We know. Yeah, why didn't they just take an Uber or something? Oh, and I be wanting to walk home in no snow. I swing my purse back and forth, wondering what to say. Have you seen Angela's dress? I asked, the one I made. She hasn't been keeping it a secret exactly. Neil shakes his head a little. Well, that's Angela for you. Likes the attention, I say with a smile. Always has. You two seem close since you were kids. I feel like if I keep talking like this, then I won't notice how I feel my heart beat faster now that Neil's walking closer to me. Yes, she's always been bossy over me. She got her quirks and faults, but she can be quite lovely. I can see him smile as he recalls some memories. Aw, you just need that one person, you know? You're good. She's always been there for me, like an older sister. I admit, my first impression of Angela wasn't very favorable, just some crazy drunk, but she's grown on me since then. Neil keeps quiet once more, and I realize why. I met Angela for the first time at the masquerade party, the subject that we've both been avoiding like it's a taboo. And just like that, we spend the entire way in complete silence. When we arrive at my store, I feel relieved that I don't have to stick around in the suffocating silence anymore. I stop at my front door, then turn to face him. Neil closes the umbrella and shakes it to remove any snow still on it. We're safe from the snow under... Okay, we don't need to read that. You didn't have to walk me back the entire way, but thanks. Neil looks deep in thought and doesn't respond besides a simple nod. Well, good night then. I feel briefly disappointed that nothing happened the entire time. What was I even expecting? You wanted him to kiss you again so you can slap him. No. Sorry, says Neil in a tiny voice. I raise my eyebrows at him and wanted to ask him what he's apologizing for. In fact, I'm quite shocked he even has that word in his vocabulary. Exactly! Really? I didn't think Neil could ever utter the word sorry. For mistaking you as a boy, he says, and for my subsequent reaction and attitude afterwards once we met up again by chance. I lean against the cold door frame. You mean being an a-hole? Neil huffs and glares at me, but it quickly vanishes from his face. Yes, he lets out a deep sigh. I was embarrassed that I met someone for so long, someone that I might have looked up to, and that someone turned out not to be that rough boy I imagined, but a beautiful woman instead. Oh, why thank you. I'll take that compliment. Hold up. My eyes widen. I can't help it. My face flushes red at the abrupt compliment. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't either. I lashed out to hide my embarrassment, and for that, I apologize. Okay, great. Wow, I didn't know you had it in you to apologize. I'm actually quite floored, so much that I fan my face a little to cool it down despite the cold weather. Neil growls at me. Don't test my patience. I recall the conversation we had a couple months ago when he said he only cares what a select few people have to say. So, you looked up to me, I mused. What about now? Am I one of those people whose opinion of you that matters? It's Neil whose eyes widen at this time. Even though it's hard to see in the dark, he doesn't answer me. That's a no, huh? I guess that's why you pranked me that night. I didn't prank you, Neil hisses. He shakes his head, then starts to quickly pace back and forth at my doorstep. He seems quite shaken up. He begins and stops to look at me. He's gesturing with his hands but doesn't quite know how to start. It's weird to see Neil at a loss of words like this. When I realized that you had no blubbering idea who I was, that you mistook some other man for me, I went along, all right? Why? I whispered. Neil throws his hands up in the air, then runs them through his hair, grabbing a fistful. I just liked how you were treating me when you thought I was someone else. You weren't trying to be snarky with me. You weren't so tense and on ground around me. You weren't having some petty argument. That's because y'all both were like that. We were simply normal. That's so beautiful. That's all there is to it. I take a moment to collect my thoughts. So Neil says he wasn't pulling a prank on me during the party. He simply kept the facade going on because he liked how I was treating him when I thought he wasn't Neil. I remember back at the party how I realized that I was acting awful towards the person that I mistook as Neil, and how I must have been treating Neil all this time. But whose fault is it in the first place that I actually acted like this? No, because he started it. He was. I don't like his attitude. It's him. Well, I wouldn't have treated you like that if you weren't such an a-hole to me in return, I say defensively. Well, you don't have to call him an a-hole, but I mean, just be like, I just didn't appreciate, you know, the snarkiness attitude you had with me. I already apologized for that, he fires back. That doesn't excuse all the times you've been terrible to me. Then you even went as far as to seduce me. I absolutely did not, Neil's voice breaks as he yells. I didn't make you do anything you didn't want to do. Don't blame that on me. I wouldn't have done any of those things if I knew it was you. Yeah, I really wouldn't have. I recall the memories of me kissing him, and all of those feelings come rushing back. The allure of kissing some stranger, like I was in a fairy tale. And in the end, it turned out to be Neil. The kind stranger was in fact a pompous jerk. I'd have never kissed him if I knew it was Neil. Honestly, I wouldn't. And if they gave me the option to kiss him, I would not kiss him. Neil looked down at the ground. You wouldn't have? No! I'm taken aback, and I'm at loss for words. What does he mean? What's he saying? I wouldn't have what? Now you're just being willfully obtuse. I grit my teeth. Well, if you just be a little more cleaner, then I can give you an answer, Mr. Simple and Clean. Oh, damn. Let's hear the... Y'all, oh my goodness. Oh my... You guys, I just fell back out my chair. My heart just skipped a beat. That scared the mess out of me. I'm tired of Neil. I'm done. This game is over. Just like that, Neil's hands are on the side of my face, and I pull into a kiss. For a split second, I'm taken off guard until my brain starts firing up again, and I realize Neil's kissing me. My hands press against his chest to push him away, and our lips break apart. This guy is so annoying. I want to yell at him, scream preferably, but when I look at his face and see the innocent confusion, my anger melts away. Girl, why don't you understand this dude likes you? Like, yeah, he's a douchebag, but he likes you. I understand, like, there's, like, a thing, like, you know, like, when, you know, men, you know, are, like, kind of, like, mean to, like, women and stuff, like, that's a sign that he likes you. But that's not always the case, you know? You gotta use discernment with that, because sometimes these dudes, they're just mean. They're just mean men. Now, any man that's watching these videos and they, you know, like, hey, China, that's not right. I'm like, well, it's true. Instead, I feel the sudden rush of excitement, the same rush I felt that night when I first kissed him. You are so annoying, I say before I yank on his shirt and bring him down to my level to press my lips against his. Stop. I focus on the warm feeling of his plump lips. Yeah, Ciliana, the one who created this, really went in on his lips. I'm like, man. Plump lips. They're just as addicting as the first time. Neil's arms shake around my waist, and he pulls me into an intimate embrace. He's like, can I stay the night? I don't want to walk back. I'm like, oh, bro. I feel helpless and overrun by my emotions, who want nothing more than to continue kissing Neil. The kiss is rough and clumsy, like we both can't get enough, and my mouth feels sore after just a few seconds. Neil dominantly presses against the door, and the doorknob digs into my back. Ow. I break free from his lips just long enough to open the door, and we both stumble inside. The bell of the store jingles, but neither of us pay attention to it. Oh my god, stop. I pull Neil closer to me after he slams the door shut. I can hear my heart pleading for those lips again. Stop. This game is crazy. When will Sims 4 host club? Let me stop. I lean forward myself to catch his lips. Ew, was that necessary? That was not necessary. Nasty. I'm going home. My tongue slips inside and I connect. We're not. Okay, next. Okay, y'all got enough time to read that. Keep me upright, and soon enough, I find myself pressed against the counter. So y'all just moving all around. Y'all about to knock everything over. Desperately, I struggle to take off my coat, and Neil does the same. Our coats lay forgotten on the ground. I place my hands on top of Neil's shoulders, not breaking away from his tongue, to give myself a boost to sit on the counter. I rub my legs around, and oh my gosh, they going in. Let me quit. Okay, we're not reading all this. You guys can read this for yourself. between us is undeniable, and in this moment, we just seem like a perfect fit together. Neil breaks away from me, and I immediately want to pull him back because I miss his warmth. Girl, you forgot to turn the heat on before you left. That's all it is. He gives me a longing look while he takes a second to catch his breath. Oh my God. They getting freaky. Y'all, I swear, y'all don't be watching my videos in its entirety. But please, y'all, watch this part, okay? Just watch this part. Get up to this part of the video, okay? This is like the craziest chapter. Maybe this is what could have happened if we weren't interrupted at the party that night. Yeah, you probably would have had a baby by now. More. I want more. Feeling more aggressive, I place my hands on the side of Neil's face to bring him back up to mine, and I press my lips against his. And y'all, and you guys, did you guys know there's a plus version of this? Wait a second, that's not even the outfit I'm wearing. Oh, come on. But anyway, they have a Tailor Tales Plus, which is pretty much like a hentai 18 and up version. So if you wanna, I don't have that on mine because I don't want nothing crazy popping up when it shouldn't. So if you want to get that for yourself, I'll provide a link in the description for that. So should I make this thumbnail material? No, because that's no spoiler. No, we're not doing that because you're all gonna be like, oh, I see what happens. Okay, we're done. I can't draw. This is insane. I'm not saying nothing no more. Because it seems like this is all it's going to probably be of the rest of this chapter. Read amongst yourselves. By accident, my elbow knocked something over from the counter, sending it crashing to the ground. The sound has interrupted us both, as we're finally apart and sitting up straight. But Neil doesn't pull back all the way, keeping a locked arm around my waist. It seemed to have been the umbrella Neil was carrying that I knocked off the counter. Blasted umbrella! We look at each other for a while, both a little bit out of breath. Ew. I cursed the umbrella in my mind. Well, I mean, it's not the umbrella was really stopping y'all. Y'all could have still kept going. I'm like, it took an umbrella for y'all to stop. Y'all lame. Neil's arms finally slip away from my waist, and my body tenses up, longing to feel his touch again. We should, Neil starts in this really sexy voice, probably stop. Neil bends down to pick up the umbrella, and he keeps it close to his body. Immediately, I want to protest and ask him why in the world I would want this to stop. But the more seconds pass, we're not sucking off each other's faces, the more time I have for it to sink in. And I realize I've just been heavily making out with Neil. Only hours before I could have sworn I was mad at him, and only seconds ago he was on top of me. I sheepishly nodded him, wiping away any saliva near my mouth. All of a sudden, I feel embarrassed for acting the way I did. Now you gotta apologize. Neil finally steps away from me and picks up his coat from the floor. I feel even more awkward now, sitting on top of the counter, so I slip off the edge and stand up on my feet as well. I should go home now. Have a good night, Pooper. Neil starts to leave. May as well kiss him. Come on. No, y'all stop scaring me. I grab his shirt and quickly press my lips against his. Dotting. I really don't want him to leave, but if he feels he must, I want one last kiss before the spell is broken and I start freaking out before the entire thing. Why every time he's kissing her, he's closing his eyes? I'm done. I'm the one who stops. Good night, Neil, I says. Y'all trash. Neil gives me the tiniest nod and then finally leaves the store. Without frustration. Poor baby. Y'all, this chapter was off the chain. You guys, that was chapter 16. And that was off the hook, man. Now, I don't know. I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect him to kiss us. I didn't. I mean, he was going to have to do it eventually, but jeez. I'm like, how long y'all going to keep kissing for? I'm like, I can't keep holding the rest of this chapter going. Talk about, he stretched me out on the table, on that counter, threw me off of the counter, kissed my lips, licked my lips, you name it. And yeah. So, we're going to end it here. So, that was chapter 15 and 16 of Neo's Route of Tailor Tales. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'm loving this, although I'm not really a big fan of Neo. All like that. I mean, he's starting to kind of slowly grow on me a little bit. Just like 10%, okay? So, what else am I going to say? Yeah, we're probably going to do more of Alice and Stardom, since that's kind of a newer one, and I really want to get the ball rolling for that. And I really want to hear your guys' feedback in regards to the next Sims 4 challenge we can do. And I really want it to be something kind of quick and fast. And I definitely do still want to do Sims 4 stuff in between. So what I might just do is set up like a little thing, maybe like an ugly to beauty challenge type thing, just to keep Sims 4 afloat on my channel. So we're gonna probably do that. And I just really hope you guys are enjoying Tailor Tales and what it has to offer. This is a great game. It is free on Steam. Shout outs to Pixiana and Ciliana for creating this game. This is an awesome game. I'm having so much fun. I'm loving it. And everything it has to offer. So, this is lit. And we're almost done with this chapter. Like, I'm so sad, low-key. Like, we have another, 11 chapters left? Maybe less than that. But yeah, it's getting to the nitty-gritty, okay? So, if you guys enjoyed my content and love this video, please drop a like, comment, share with friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe. I will see you guys next video. See you soon.